Hey everyone, welcome back to my breakdown of Nightwish's Romanticide. And I'm concentrating mostly on the guitar and some of what the drums are doing because they're really locked together really well. And in the first part, I kind of went over the intro and talked about that and just how flipped upside down it sounded to me and why it did. So that was a lot of fun to do that. So now we are venturing into the verses and this little pre-chorus part and also what I call the chorus. I'm not sure if it is, but I'm going to call it the chorus. So this is the next three parts of the song. I'm going to concentrate mostly on the guitar. I'm going to pick it up from that last riff off of the intro, and then we'll head into the verse. So let me go ahead and do that, play it for you, and you'll see what it sounds like. Basically, I programmed Yuka's drums a little bit more closely this time because I think it's important for this. And I played Empu's guitar part on here. So let's go ahead and play that. Here we go. Okay, so the two verses are identical, basically repeating the same thing. So what I want to point out to you about this verse, so the verse is made up of the section that goes ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Okay, that part is consistent throughout the verse, but then there's two variations of it. So it goes ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-ba-dum. It's hitting these chords. Ba-dum. So let me play that. Okay. Ba-ba-da-dum. Okay, so that is one variation. And then there is another variation to that. So let me go ahead and play the first one, and then you'll hear the second one right after. Okay, so the second variation is this quick picking thing that Empu does. It's 6 notes in a row on his open string, which is a D note for him because he tunes down the whole guitar down a whole step. So it's ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum ba dugga 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 dugga. So it's dot 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 dot. It's 2 and 4. 1 2 1 2 3 4. Ba 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 bum 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 bum. So these two bounce back and forth. So the first one is the chord thing. Second one is the picking. And then when he does it the third time, it's the chord thing. But on the fourth thing, he actually plays this lick that we've heard before. Okay, so check this out. Right? So goes in again. I'm just going to go ahead and play these two verses back to back. All right, so then that leads us into this quick picking part that I absolutely love. I love this little section right here. So let's give a listen to that. Okay, so yeah, dun digga dun digga dun digga dun digga dun digga dun 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 digga dun digga dun digga dun dun. Okay, so another quick picking thing here. Very, very, very tricky. So what he's doing here on this part is he's actually hitting this the 1 and 5 the chord. It's a 5 chord basically. It's hitting that 2-string interval, and then on the low string he is hitting the picking on that low string. So he hits the chord, chunk with the chord, and then pop up with the picking there, chunk pop up, chunk, right? So it's really fast. Very, very fast. So what I noticed about trying to play his part and why I think he's such a great guitar player, and I challenge you guitar players out there to learn this song and try your best to control the palm muting in this, because it's all about the palm muting. It's not only palm muting, it's also muting with the left hand. So it's muting with both hands. So he's got that down so well, and most metal guys do, but he just really, really nails this. You have to be able to mute with both hands to get it chunk, 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 to get that chunky starts and stops, those micro gaps between the notes, to get all that to sound the way that it does. It's like a punch in the face, and it's a challenging thing to be able to control, be accurate with it. So yes, so there's a little bit of fast picking. You got to mute that properly in the verses, and then he really gives it full bore in this fast picking, what I call the pre-chorus part. So after that fast picking part, it goes into a third part here, which is what I call the chorus. And let me just play that pre-chorus and the chorus here so you can get the continuity of what it sounds like. Here we go. All right, you hear that? That pinched harmonic? Okay, this is what's so badass about this part, is that every time through this lick, you have to hit a pinched harmonic on the right note at the right time, and it's got to sound out. So it's within this funky upbeat lick, and then you've got this one note that's a pinch harmonic. So you're really working. You're really having to concentrate on like these little technical aspects as a guitar player to make this work. So let me play this again. You could hear those pinch harmonics coming out. All right, and then at the end of that, cadences, ba-dum, ba-dum, and then licks, does it lick out, which we've already heard before. So after that, it goes into verse 3, and then that quick picking part again. At the end, I'm just going to go ahead and play the chorus, and then verse 3, and then that picking part to the end here. All right. When I say the end, it's just the end of this section, not the end of the song. Because from here on, it actually goes into more parts, yet more parts in this. That's what it makes this song. It's so exciting because there's so many different interesting parts, and they're kind of hooked in the same feel, but there's variations of them like a classical composer would do. So thank you, Tuomas, for your brilliance in this, and also Empu for your contribution of these parts too. I mean, I'm sure that they work together on this stuff. So for context, I am going to rewind to the beginning. I'm going to play you what we have up to this point, and you'll be able to get the context of the second part of this with that first intro. Here we go. verse 1. All right, folks, that's what we've got so far for part 2. We've got those 3 sections, and we have this little bridge thing coming up, and then a really cool chunky chunk on the open string that's coming up, and then we've got the what's underneath the solo, what's going on underneath that, and then the solo, and then there's a breakdown at the end, which is a whole different thing than what we've heard so far. So a lot of exciting stuff coming up. So yeah, tune in for the next one. We're going to continue on from this point on. And yeah, hope you're enjoying this, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.